Hey, good morning, and thanks for checking in with Waking Up with me. Thought I'd do this in the garage before I take off today. Getting a few comments about the jumpy camera, and we'll see if we can make it a little bit more steady and a little more of my attention on the camera. Pardon the background. I don't really have a studio here, and I'd record in the house, but I've got a housemate for a couple of weeks. A friend of mine from back home is out visiting and working with us for a little while, and he's still asleep. So it's about 4 o'clock in the morning right now, and he doesn't need to get up for at least another hour. So the other day I mentioned that I had a great phone call with my mother, and I want to get on to that because it's relevant to what we're talking about here. So just a little bit of background on where I'm going with that. My parents got divorced when I was fairly young, and went their separate ways and moved on to other things. My mother met a man or re-met a man that she had gone to high school with, and they got married several years ago and were together for just about 50 years. He passed away last year, but not without obviously many years of them being together. And among the things that they had agreed on while they were together was that they were not going to have a computer in their home. They were not interested. They weren't going to go there with that. It was just they were more aware of all the frivolous, silly things that so many of us do with our smartphones and with computer access and the internet and things like that. And the idea of getting on YouTube and watching silly cat videos or kid fail videos or something like that just didn't appeal for them, and they didn't think it was going to be worth their time. But there's so much more to it, as you probably know. The fact that you're watching me right now yet tells me you're probably a YouTube user, at least in some way, and a good chance that you're familiar with search engines and a variety of applications and whatever it is that you do with your smartphone. There's all kinds of things that we could be doing with these besides cat videos and other things. Not that I don't mind a good cat video once in a while. They're well, whatever. Anyway, so during the conversation that we had this past weekend, she revealed to me that she's decided to get on the internet and to start using it because it's just an easier way to keep track of everyone and know what's going on with everyone in the family and their lives and what's going on. So she's going to take that big step, which is huge for her. She's coming up on 78 this year. She'll be 78 in just a couple months, and my father will be coming up on 80 just a little bit sooner. And now he has taken a slightly different path. He's on the computer. He's got his iPad with him at all times, pretty much, and he's got a smartphone. Has for years. He's been a PC user for many years, and does a fair amount of research, and that's where he keeps his iPad with him. If he sees something on TV he's not sure about, he'll reach right over for it and pick it up and take a look and see what he thinks about it. And they're not in contact very often. A little bit now that they both have lost their partners, but they've lived very different lives, and she's my mother's now taking that step, which I'm really happy to see. And I don't know if it was directly related to our videos, but one of my nieces had stopped by the house and pulled it up for her to take a look at it and to listen and think about it. And she's decided that it's time to take that step. Maybe it's a coincidence, but that's what she's doing. So I bring all this up because I'm wondering, are you using your technical access for to the best it can be? Part of the reason we started this is that there are a lot of things that I got in the habit of doing in the way that I live my life, or the type of people I hung around with, or the lifestyle I hung around with, or the things that I was doing and the things that I was paying attention to and the things that I was learning was not necessarily keeping up with all the things that are out there, all the options, all the possibilities, all the things that are available out there. YouTube, for example, is a tremendous application, and you can look up just about anything you could possibly dream of on YouTube. It's far more than just cat videos or tutorials by people who barely know what they're doing. There are some very talented people out there, some fantastic information. A lot of my research is done through YouTube. A lot of channels that I subscribe to and have for many years because I find value in them. I happen to be kind of a motivational junkie, and find some very phenomenal people that I had not come across otherwise. So there's some really good use out there, and I think there's a lot of things that can change your mind about a lot of things. There's news stories, there's all sorts of things, and it's never too late to open up to make some change. You know, like I said, my mother is 78 or almost, and she's taking that step. My ex-mother-in-law, my ex-wife's mother, is coming up on 90, I believe, and I hope I'm right about that. But I know she's in her later 80s, and she runs around with a smartphone. She accesses information all the time. She uses it. It's not exactly perfect for her, but it's a way that she reaches out to people. One of my clients, he's a gentleman that's in his 90s, and the phone confuses him a little bit from time to time with all the options and things, but he has a personal assistant that helps him along, and that makes a big difference for him also, and it gives value to his life for a variety of reasons. And so let's wake up to some possibilities. What's your favorite app? What are you using that you think has been beneficial for you, or that has made your life easier, or has improved how you keep in communication with your friends and family? Maybe you're on Facebook, or maybe you're on something else. There's new things out there now with TikTok and a bunch of other things that are coming around. So there's a lot of things going on. The way we work, for example, you know, I happen to use Dropbox. I know some people use Google Docs. There's other programs out there, Evernote, and some other things that are really useful and very powerful tools. Are you using those? Are you using it to your benefit? There's a very good chance that you're watching this on a smartphone, or you have one in your pocket, and you know that device is with you pretty much all day. And there's so much that you could be doing with it. Are you using it to your advantage? Are you being open-minded about it? So just a little challenge for that. So anyway, that's it for today. I'm going to try and keep it short, because there's a lot going on today, and for the last couple of days I've worked until 3 o'clock in the morning, then back up in just a couple hours. So I'm running a little low on energy here. So and I still have to make a drive. So I'm going to get at it, and I'll see you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. That's what I'll do. Okay. Thanks very much. Oh, the usual. If you like what we're doing here, if you like what I'm trying to accomplish, if you're interested at all, you know, please hit the subscribe button, and you know, and tune in and see something. There's going to be something different every day. I'm going to be doing this every single day. I'm going to keep doing it. We'll keep working on it. Hit the bell to get notified of the next video. I'm not quite consistent on the time yet, but I'm working on it, and we'll get caught up as I keep learning the technology and learning better ways to upload it from my phone or whatever camera I'm using, and we'll start getting some editing and start making this content a little bit more interesting for you. But there's some things coming up that I think you'll be very excited about. I just came across some fantastic videos about principles of living life and some things to consider and do that, and I want to share that with you and get your thoughts back on it. So so hit that subscribe button and tune in, and you know, give this a chance. It only takes a few minutes of your life, and you know, I'm going to try and make it worth your while. If not today, then hopefully tomorrow or the day after that. So you take care, and I'll be waking up with you tomorrow. Thanks.